Wednesday. That means weigh-in Wednesday. And I've got my Santa gear on because we are smack dab in the middle of our Vlogmas series. We're continuing with that each and every day. Hope you've been enjoying those so far. I know yesterday's was a little bit long, but wanted to do something a little bit different, a top 10 list. We may do some more of those. I may modify how we do them, but that was just the first attempt at it. So, you know, we're learning as we're going with all of this, learning what works and what doesn't, and what's entertaining and what's not. I know sometimes it seems like I'm just kind of monotone and continuing on, and I know that gets a little tedious sometimes, but working on all of that, working on, you know, getting content out here each and every day, and, you know, coming up with some different ideas for things. So just bear with me, help me to learn, help me to continue to do this, help me to continue to grow, and hopefully all this stuff gets better as we progress. I have no doubt that it will as we get experience and we learn. But yeah, so we're going to do the weigh-in today. We're also going to try to do the measurements today. I'm not going to show the entire process like we did last time. I'll probably just do like a, you know, a sped up version so that we can just see the results at the end. I don't know what those are going to be yet. I haven't done those ahead of time or anything like that. So whatever we get with those, that'll be our actual measurements, and then, you know, we'll go from there. But yeah, so today is weigh-in Wednesday. We're going to step on the scale here in just a second and see what our current weight is. All right, guys, so just like every time with our little scale, you got to step on it to turn it on. And here we go. All right, looks like we are 229.2. All right, got my shirt back on. So we saw on the scale 229.2. That is a loss of 2 pounds since last week, and a grand total of 13.8 pounds down in 1 month. So that's awesome. You know, that's 4 weeks. That's not bad at all. That's a little bit over 3 pounds a week. You know, I couldn't be happier with that number. Like I've mentioned many times, I know that's not the only number we're looking at. We're fixing to do our measurements here in a little bit, get that uploaded along with these numbers, these weight loss numbers, but I'm proud of that number to come down 13.8 pounds, especially as a diabetic. You know, most people aren't aware, but it's tougher for diabetics to lose weight a lot of times because of the insulin responses in the body. So for 13.8 pounds in 1 month, and not to mention we haven't been, you know, able to get, you know, every single day to the gym. We've had Thanksgiving, we had my birthday, we've stayed keto that whole time, we've stayed on the diet hard and heavy, but we haven't been, you know, able to get into the gym every single day. I've had some sickness in the house and things like that. So 13.8 pounds is an awesome number. I'm proud of it, and we're just going to keep plugging along and keep hitting it hard, and hopefully have some really good numbers to show next week. All right, guys, so I hope you didn't mind the little time-lapse video there. Hopefully that comes out okay. Going to edit all this here in a little while, so I don't really know. That was the first time trying it. Like I've mentioned before, I'm doing all this currently on my smartphone, so you know, that's why the quality is not as great as, you know, what you're used to in some channels. But, you know, like I said, we're starting, we're beginning. I'm trying to put out a lot of content, you know, trying to get, you know, 3 to 4 videos a week normally. With this Vlogmas, obviously we're doing every day, but you know, we're just plugging away, just doing what we can do with what we got. I enjoy doing this, so we're going to keep doing this, and you know, hopefully one of these days be able to get a good camera and stuff like that. But anyway, so if that works, you know, great. If not, my bad. So we just got done with our measurements, and you know, had a couple of numbers that, you know, not really sure of. I'm guessing my thighs actually show that they went up 3/4 of an inch. You know, I don't know if that's from overnight swelling. We just had leg day on Monday, so I don't know if things are still swelled up from that. You know, I don't know if it's just fluid retention or if I'm actually gaining muscle. It seems a bit of a stretch in my mind, because we technically didn't get the measurements to begin with until almost a week after we had already started the diet and everything. So we were a little late on the first measurements. So this is almost 3-week numbers. I don't see gaining 3/4 of an inch in muscle in my thighs in 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I just chalk that up to just swelling or something like that, because every other number is coming down. So I don't see why my weight would be going down, but my inches would be increasing, unless it's just from fluid retention or something, or you know, or muscle gain. But I really don't know if I can say that it's been that much muscle gain in that short a period of time. Also, my biceps went up again. You know, I don't know if it's water retention. I don't know. It only went up 1/4 of an inch. So maybe I gained 1/4 of an inch in muscle in my biceps. You know, we've done upper body quite a few times now. You know, again, I don't know. I don't have a PhD in all of this stuff. I'm just sharing my day-to-day experiences and what I'm learning along the process. So it's hard to say. But all my other numbers went down. I lost 3 inches on my waist. I lost 3/4 of an inch on my hips. I lost 3/4 of an inch on my shoulders, and 1.5 inches on my chest. Now again, because of the gains on a couple of them, the thigh and the biceps, a couple of those kind of you know, zero out. So I ended up with a total down of 5 inches over the period. And we're saying a month because a month ago is when we started the weight loss journey. But again, we were a little late on the measurements. So that's somewhere in between 3 and 4 weeks worth of inches lost. So, you know, that's not bad. 5 inches down. I'm one of those type of guys that my structure carries everything right around my midsection. You know, I don't have, you know, hugely massive legs or, you know, a bunch of fat tissue in my arms or anything like that. I'm really just a midsection carrier. So to lose 5 inches off my midsection is really great. You know, for guys like me that carry this weight the way that I do, the larger midsections increase the chances of heart disease, increases the chances of, you know, cardiovascular issues, respiratory issues with, you know, the weight laying on our chest at night and things like that. So every inch that comes off of that midsection is big bonuses in the health field and big bonuses in the overall benefits of health and not just weight loss. So I'm real proud of those numbers. Had a good weight loss this week. Had a good overall weight loss of almost 14 pounds in 1 month. You know, I can't complain about that, especially right here at the holidays. Especially with Thanksgiving, with my birthday. You know, really proud of those numbers. You know, I got a little down last week because of the low weight loss, but you know what? It is what it is. It's a part of real life, and we're not going to fake it. And, you know, I couldn't be prouder of the overall. So, you know, we've been doing some good work, and, you know, we're just going to continue to keep doing good work. We're going to continue to keep increasing at the gym. Like I mentioned in yesterday's video, I'm looking at another program through Lee Labreda. We had actually done that years and years ago, one very similar that he had come up with, and had some pretty good success with it, and, you know, weight loss and things like that. But, you know, it was one of those things, we ended up with an injury, ended up out of the gym, ended up ballooning back up to even bigger than we started to begin with. And so, you know, we're back to square one with everything. That's why we started with the beginner fat loss program, because it had been several years since we had been in the gym, and, you know, our muscles, when you don't use them, you lose them really quick. It doesn't take long to lose them compared to how long it takes to gain them. So yeah, so we're going to start looking at that next week, start increasing the day-to-day workouts and the day-to-day activities, try to make sure and have something to do every single day. You know, like I've said, we have 3 kids, we have real life, we're active in a few different things. So, you know, we have to take time, and we have to be intentional about this weight loss. We have to be intentional about getting to the gym, and we have to be intentional about continuing to work hard. And we're doing that. We're going to continue to do that, and continue to make gains, continue to lose, and continue to increase in experience and health and just overall well-being, because that's the goal of all of this, is just to increase the quality of life. You know, I want to be able to have many more years, Lord willing, with my wife and with my children, and just be able to enjoy that time and not stuck sedentary on the sidelines watching life go by. So that's what we're doing. That's what the purpose of this is. So follow along, keep up with my journey. If you don't know, I am on almost every single social media available. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, I'm there. The Bearded Diabetic, look me up. I'll try to link the social media accounts down in the description below. Keep following along, keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting on these videos. Be sure and give me some feedback. Let me know some ideas of what you guys would like to see. I know that YouTube is saturated with content and you can find almost anything. But, you know, if there's something in particular that relates to what I'm trying to do here, if there's questions you have, ask me some questions down in the comments. If there's things that you're interested in, if there's a certain recipe that you'd like to see, ask me these things. I'm an open book. Whatever you want to know, I'm here. I'm available. I'm putting my life out here in social media for you guys to follow along with. So yeah, just keep following the journey, and I will see you next video. Love you guys. All right, so we just got done finishing the weigh-in video and the measurements and all that kind of stuff, and I haven't even started editing anything yet. But the doctor's office finally called me back. My wife had to put a call into them and remind them that we were waiting on some results and everything. And they didn't give me the complete rundown. Obviously, you know, they've been super busy with the holidays and everything like that. So that's why they hadn't called back. You know, we don't normally have a problem with them calling or anything. But they didn't give me the complete rundown of all the numbers, so I can't share all those with you guys. They did tell me that, you know, for the most part, everything seems to be working like normal. My insulin levels were elevated, so that means, you know, basically insulin resistant, you know, which with being diabetic, I already know that. So just recommended continuing the low carb diet and the, you know, and all that kind of stuff, which, you know, again, when I went to the doctor a month ago, you know, since that time, I've been super strict and haven't been back. So they have no idea any kind of the results that I've been having so far. But they did find that the liver functions were elevated pretty significantly, even higher than they were before. So they've actually scheduled me for a liver ultrasound this coming up Tuesday. So, you know, not sure what that's going to entail, not sure what the results of that are going to be. But, you know, they want to check and see what's going on with that. I have no doubt that, you know, if there was an issue, you know, the last month worth of diet, fasting, and weight loss, I'm believing that those numbers are going to be, you know, down. I'm believing that whatever that issue is, that, you know, it's no longer going to be an issue or be a significantly smaller issue. Because, again, they didn't do this check before I started losing the weight. So, you know, they don't have any idea of the kind of results and everything that we've been achieving. So, anyway, I just wanted to give you guys an update. I wanted to let you know that they did call and that I do have that appointment coming up. So, you know, I'll tag you guys along and we'll see what happens with that and see what those results are. Love you guys. See you next time.